Hi guys, this is Kevin, and on this installment of the Gopher Project, we're reviewing the ECD Mirage 2.0. So before I go on, yes, this is a freshly strung head. I've had the Mirage 2.0 for a little while, put it through some tests, and played with it a bit, but due to an injury, I handed it off to one of my favorite high school players in the area, Colby, to run with it for a little while and give me some feedback. So I've incorporated his feedback into this review. So we have a joint review. So that being that, let's go into what they improved. Now, you have to give the guys credit that they took the constructive criticism on the original Mirage and greatly improved the scoop. The scoop is stiff. It's not gonna roll over on itself. The scoop is along the lines of the Rebel, which is one of my favorite scoops out there. So the ticker constructive criticism improved it. The other thing, this head is inherently stiff. Not as stiff as the DNA, a little bit stiffer than the Rebel graphene. Again, another improvement. Besides the scoop, my favorite thing. So if you look at the Rebel graphene or the original Mirage, it had those oval-shaped holes on the sidewall. These ones are more box-like, so it just gives you limitless ideas and possibilities on how to string up a head, whether it's in mesh, and this is the green Storm Striker, or traditional. So for example, on traditional, I like to double interlock my sidewall, so it gives me more than enough space. Scoop's improved. Stiffer sidewall holes, and you have the DNA throat. So they improved everything, keeping the face shape of the original Mirage close to this. Comparison time. You always have to compare heads these days. And originally I was thinking more of a lighter version of the DNA. But for me, when I see people using the DNA and stringing DNA for people, there's more gearing towards now defensemen, LSM, crease attackmen, where I think this is more for the shooter. The top third of the head here allows you to really pull this mesh tight and give you a really good channel, even if you have a low pocket, mid pocket, or it shifts. And in this, I really have a mid-low because that's where I found I liked the pocket the best. But my piece of advice is, if you're stringing it, skip at least 2 holes somewhere up in here just to pull that mesh a little bit tighter and create a channel. So really, it's more of a comparison for me would be the Rebel, just due to the bottom third of each head, or excuse me, the bottom 2/3 of each head being really, really similar, where the Mirage 2.0 has the wider top third, which allows you to pull everything tighter. But you can't go wrong. The way I'm going to say it is, if you're a Rebel fan, you still may gravitate to the Rebel. I still do. I really like this head, but it's hard for me to give up the Rebel. If you were the original Mirage fan or a DNA fan, you're going to love this. Like I said, even if you're shooting LSM, you're really going to like this. I'm not sure how it would hold up on a close D, but it's not, it's going to give you some life and some fight in it. Price point. At about $90, it's par for the course for all the more advanced heads on the market, so can't complain on that. Dyeing. These heads dye similar to the Rebel or the Mirage. Take dye a lot more quickly and easier than the DNA. So the one I originally had a gray fade up through the bottom, and it took the dye cleanly and quickly. Really, again, who am I going to recommend this for? The shooter. This is more of a shooter's head, and maybe that's why I lean more to the Rebel, because I'm not the biggest outside shooter, even if I want to be. I am not. If you love the style and the play of the original Mirage, you're going to love this. If you love the DNA, you're going to love this. Even if you're a Rebel fan, I would highly suggest checking this out, because it combines a lot of the key aspects of what made the last three heads, the Mirage, the Rebel, and the DNA, great, into one. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up. In another couple weeks, you'll see the next head review. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks.